What's up, geeks and gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video, and today, Watchmen, the new TV series from HBO. I have not seen this yet, but I am going to start watching this series because it is so incredibly terrible from people that I know and respect that are telling me this, and I just have to see it for myself. I'm a big fan of Watchmen from Zack Snyder. I think it's a fantastic film. I've never read the graphic novel, but just watching the movie on its own, I love that movie. I've seen it multiple times, and I think it is fantastic. I've talked to Gary from Nerdrotic, who is very versed in Watchmen, and he hates this show with a passion, and I'm going to start watching it. Josiah from Geeks and Gamers reported on this just a few days ago, and at the time he reported on it, the critic score was a 93, audience was a 49. Now, look at the trend. Audience score continues to go up. Critic score continues to go up, audience score continues to go down. Why? Because critics are completely out of touch with what the audience is looking for. They are looking at things simply for the political narrative. That is it. And this is more proof of it. We've continued to tell you this is what's been going on in recent years. They continue to prove us right. They continue to do it over and over and over again. The audience score continues to go down. Now we're at 43. Gary showed me an article earlier where they were blaming the alt-right and toxic racist fanboys for the score, because of course they did, because this is what they always do. This is the standard NPC answer. And now, because of their stupidity, because of their nonsense, because of their wokeness, I am now, and I'm not paying for it, by the way, but I'm going to watch this series, and I am going to give you some feedback for what I think about what's going on with this series. It sounds like a complete and total disaster, and this is what's happening to our entertainment. This is what's going on, and it's not stopping anytime soon. But we have started to see some small, bright light within the industry, because certain people, a lot of people that maybe a year ago you wouldn't have thought would start speaking out against this stuff are now speaking out. They are starting to piss off a lot of people. But once they continue to piss more people off, they're going to double down, because this is what they do. They will crash the ship before they're willing to give up. And once they crash it, then they will move on to something else. They won't take responsibility. They'll blame all the fans for their failures, and then they will move on to something else to go ruin that. And so I still think that we're still a few more years of dealing with this nonsense. But more people are starting to see it for what it is. More people are starting to wake up, and more people are starting to see this massive divide within the fans, which are the 99% of people out there, versus the critics, which are the less than 1% of people out there. Who cares what the critics think? All they do have the power to steer the general audience to an extent. There's no doubt about that, because a lot of the general audience doesn't pay attention to all of the details. But every day, more and more people from the audience, the general audience, are waking up. But it's a huge amount of people that are going to have to be convinced. But when you start seeing prominent voices that once upon a time would never speak out against this are now speaking out, you're noticing that the tide is starting to turn. But again, as the tide starts to turn and as they start to fail even worse, they will cling on to this nonsensical virtue signaling even more until they crash it. And of course, because they know when they crash it, they're not going to take any of the blame. They're going to blame all of us. They're going to blame the fans. They're going to blame every single person except for themselves. And it is a beautiful thing to watch these people eat themselves alive, because it's all they do. They eat their own constantly, over and over and over again. It never ends. It's an endless cycle of nonsense, and it is fantastic to witness it from way outside of the bubble that is in Hollywood. So anyway, have you seen Watchmen? What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments below. Have a great day. Thank you very much for checking out this video, and we will talk to you later.
Hey everyone, it's Jeremy from geeksandgamers.com, and if you're a fan of Geeks and Gamers, please go to our website, visit our merchandise store. We have t-shirts, hoodies, hats, beanies, tank tops, and in the very near future, we're going to have many more products for you to choose from. So thank you for the support. We appreciate it. You guys have a great day, and we will talk to you later.